All right, my name is Amanda and I'm a student and I'm studying nutrition. So today I'm going to teach you a lesson about food groups. So who can raise their hand and tell me what you think the most important food group is? Julia.
Grains.
Grains. Anybody else? Johnny.
Wheat.
Wheat.
Fruit.
Fruit.
Vegetables.
Vegetables. Do you have one to say?
Oils.
Oils. Well, actually, all of the food groups are important, and we're going to talk about why today. So let's go down the line. And what food group did you say, Julia? Grains. Do we know some examples of grains?
Wheat.
Wheat. Anybody else?
Bread.
Bread. Johnny?
Rice.
Rice.
Bagels.
Bagels. Good. Anything else? Do you know one, Erin? No. Okay. So pasta are also grains. Does anybody like to eat spaghetti or macaroni and cheese?
My mom.
So that's your grain. And then, did we say rice? Okay.
Yes.
So what's another one of the food groups that we can discuss, Micaiah?
The fruits.
Fruits. Now let's talk about some examples of fruits. Julia.
Pears.
Pears.
Apples.
Apples.
Pomegranates.
Pomegranates.
Oranges.
Oranges.
Cranberries.
Cranberries.
Grapefruits.
Grapefruits. I think that's a plethora of examples of fruits. How do you guys usually tell the difference between a fruit and a vegetable? What is different, Johnny?
It's because vegetables don't have seeds and fruits does.
True. There's something else about the way they taste. Erin. Elizabeth.
Vegetables taste kind of like unsweet. Some people consider tomato as a vegetable, but really it's a fruit.
Right. Tomatoes have seeds, which makes you think they're a fruit, but fruits are usually sweet and vegetables are not sweet. Julia?
Peppers are fruits too.
Peppers? I'm
Sweet
not sure.
peppers. Yeah.
Sweet peppers? Okay.
They all do, and the other difference is you can do between a fruit and a vegetable is because most vegetables are like green, and the fruits are mostly different colors.
Uh-huh.
And like a lemon is sour.
Yeah.
So, and vegetable tastes more.
Okay, that's interesting. So now that we're already talking about vegetables, let me write that on our... So even though we've already said a couple examples of vegetables, let's say some more. Erin.
Sweet peppers.
Sweet peppers.
Carrots.
Carrots.
Onion.
Onion.
Pickles.
Pickles. They are made from cucumbers, so I guess that makes them a vegetable. Elizabeth.
You mean vegetables?
Mhm.
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower. Very nice.
Green beans.
Green beans. That's my favorite. Micaiah.
Broccoli, lettuce, and squash.
Okay. All right, now there's two more food groups that we haven't discussed yet. Does anybody know? Johnny?
Oils.
Oils. That is one, but we're not going to discuss that today. We're discussing the 5 big ones. Elizabeth.
You mean selling vegetables?
No, we're trying to think of the other 2 food groups. Meats. Do you know what the word protein means? The food group is called protein. An example of that is meat. Does anybody know any other examples or examples of meat? Johnny? Steak. Erin?
Pork.
Pork.
Beef.
Beef.
Fish.
Fish. Very good.
Chicken.
Chicken. What if someone was a vegetarian? What would they eat for protein? Micaiah?
They do eat like fake meats.
Fake meats like tofu?
My dad's family, they're vegetarians.
Uh-huh. So they eat meat substitutes that...
Yeah.
Okay, Johnny?
Sometimes they eat like vegetable burgers sometimes.
Veggie burgers? Okay.
Maybe nuts and beans.
Nuts and beans. Very good, Elizabeth. Okay, and there's one other thing that has protein. Sometimes you have it for breakfast. Johnny? It's white with some little yellow on the inside. Erin?
Eggs.
Eggs. Eggs are a source of
And
protein.
doesn't really take me to kill one.
It does. Micaiah.
They cause my dad and them eat this and it's so good. My aunt makes it. It's tofu eggs.
Tofu eggs. Interesting. Okay, and there's one last food group that we haven't talked about yet. Johnny.
Dairy.
Dairy. Very good. All right, now tell me some sources of dairy.
Cheese.
Cheese,
Milk.
milk. Julia? You eat it with a spoon. There's a couple things that could be. Micaiah.
Ice cream.
Ice cream. What's like a healthier version of that?
Cream cheese.
Cream cheese is dairy.
Yogurt.
Yogurt, that's what I was looking for. All right. Did you have something to say? Oh, okay. Do you know what food group that like soda would fall in? Or like, brownies and junk food? Do you see a food group for that?
Dairy.
Dairy? Yeah, ice cream would be in dairy. But generally, they don't really fit in a food group. So that means you don't have to have it. But if you eat your well-balanced meal, then it's okay to have it every once in a while. But you shouldn't. Should you have brownies for breakfast?
Whoa.
No. Johnny. Oh, did it cut me off?
Well, I was actually thinking, some people say that they eat like protein bars, but that you said that protein is kind of like meat.
No, protein is, like we said, meat, beans, eggs, nuts. It can be a lot of different things, so it doesn't necessarily have meat in it. Okay. Has anybody ever seen this before? Yeah? This is called My Plate, and it is a representation of how you should incorporate all of the food groups into your meal. How many sections is this divided into? 4. So this red section right here is fruits. So how much of your plate is fruit? Julia? A quarter of your plate should be fruits. And then what about vegetables?
Kind of like a half-ish.
It's 1 out of 4, and that's a quarter, like Julia said. So basically, each food group should be 1/4 of your plate. Fruits and vegetables make up half of your plate, and then the other half is part greens, part protein, and then your dairy is up here. Now, why do you think it's important to get representations from all of the food groups? Johnny?
So that you have like a well-balanced meal and you get all of the stuff you need for your body to grow.
Yeah, so you can get all the stuff you need for your body to grow. If you ate just lettuce all the time, do you think that you would be healthy? No, because while lettuce is healthy, you need to eat some grains so you can get energy and fiber in your diet. Micaiah?
Also, so your body will be like really healthy, so that you don't have to be like going to the doctors and stuff because you're hurting or you're weak or something.
Right. So do you know what dairy has that gives you strong bones and teeth? The mineral that starts with a C. No. Cal. Johnny.
Cholesterol.
No. Aaron.
Calories.
No. Calcium? Okay, so dairy is the main source of calcium in our diet. And then our fruits and vegetables give us all the vitamins and minerals, and that's why they're all different colors, because they have all different kinds of vitamins and minerals. So have you ever heard anybody tell you to make your plate colorful? That's why you want to make it colorful, so that you have plenty of vitamins and minerals in your diet. And then protein. Does anybody know what protein does for you, Aaron?
It gives you fat, it gives you fat and other stuff.
Kind of. Sometimes it can give you fat, but it also helps you build up your muscles. Protein is what builds muscles. And do we want to have strong muscles?
Yes.
Yes, we do. So I'm going to hang that right here. So now that we reviewed our 5 food groups and looked at our plate to see how you can incorporate them into your meals, I have a worksheet for you to do. And so at the top it has a blank where you will put your name, and then you're going to draw a picture of a meal that you would like to eat that has all 5 food groups represented. So you can put whatever elements of the food, like whatever your favorite fruit is, draw a picture of that, and draw your favorite vegetable and protein and grain and dairy. So